recording. Um, Hi guys, this is part 1 of the tutorials that I promised for 1000 subs. This will just solely be on Midi-ing, if you couldn't tell from the title. But yeah, so there'll be a Midi-ing tutorial, a UTAU program side of USTing tutorial with me going over importing the MIDI that I make in this tutorial, tuning lyric insertion, and then there'll be a separate final tutorial on harmonies, and those will be my 3 UST tutorials. There was a request for PVing and I think tuning separately. I'm not confident in my tuning skills separately, especially when there are tuners in the community that do it a million times better than me. But yeah, I'll try and pass on my knowledge as best as I can. Apologies for my voice at the minute. It probably doesn't sound the best. Yeah, asthma is acting up really badly right now, so I probably sound pretty like breathless and but I'm doing okay, and I wanted to do something tonight, so yeah, Midi-ing tutorial. So yeah, into it. Oh wait, no, one quick one notice at the minute, YouTube is being really just stupid with me. It's not letting me do half the things YouTube should let me do. It's not showing thumbnails, it's not showing comments, and it's not showing descriptions fully either. So I'm really sorry if I can't reply to you on anything right now. It's crazy. Um but yeah, okay, so on with the Midi-ing tutorial. Um First thing is of course to find a song that you like. I've actually just about an hour ago found this song and I found it really pretty. Mobile Toe Shoes by Toru. Check that, normally the karaoke will be linked on the Nico video. And yeah, look out for this, or just download it, and yeah, by following the Piapro link. And you can get the main, the on vocal from Nico Mimi now. It used to be Nico Sound that we always used to use, but as we all know, that got shut down. I don't know I think wasn't it the person who ran it couldn't keep up with everything anymore. I don't think it was due to copyright, although I'm surprised. You click on this button here and download both, like the on vocal and the off vocal. Oh gosh, okay. I've already moved the off vocal, but the on vocal is here and the off vocal is new folder here. Okay, so you open up FL Studio, load the off vocal. The off vocal is the first one you want to offload because yeah, you need to detect the tempo. Sometimes it will be written on the Piapro account, like near the lyrics. Other times it won't, and this is the time where it hasn't been. So yeah, you just click on the little corner icon thing. I think that's a waveform. I'm not really sure. I can't see. Go to detect tempo, and occasionally the tempo will be built into the information on the file. I really don't know how producers do this, and I don't know which producers do this. But yeah, if it says estimated tempo, then you will need to detect it. So you click on. It doesn't really matter which button because it'll come up with whatever number it pleases. Normally I'll click the 100 or 200 one because it's right in the middle. And it comes up. Well, I already know that this is incorrect. For a start, a song tempos usually never have a ridiculous numbers like this. You can always guarantee it's going to be a whole number, not some decimal. Yeah, I will click the metronome button and listen to it. Okay, after lining it up with the grid, because otherwise the metronome will be off. Hang on, where are my other show browser? Nope, not browser. Oops. Not piano roll. the, is it the step sequence size? Yeah, okay, that's what it's called. Okay, couldn't find that. Just need to turn this down. It sounds really off to me, and I know it is actually off. And it sounds really off further down. So that isn't the correct tempo. So, you know, FL Studio's tempo detection isn't the best. It does work for a lot of songs, but just not for this one, and there's a few reasons to it, but I'll explain that a little bit later. The most reliable BPM detection program I found is Mixmeister BPM Analyzer. I have, you know, mentioned this before, and I'll relink it. I think I had a link in the old tutorial. The one downside is that it doesn't like Japanese at all. It will not detect tempo. This is the same file, I just where is it? Same file, just renamed to off, and that will give you, you know, it will actually detect something if it's in English. Sometimes you can just rename it, and that will get it to, you know, detect the tempo. Other times you'll rename it and it will still not give you anything. And that'll usually be because in the details there'll be some Japanese, and it doesn't agree with Japanese at all, which is a bit of a problem with our fandom, yeah. Okay, so once you have the tempo, it says 92.02. Ignore the 02. Ignore any, you know, really small decimal, because usually it's not needed. If it's 0.5, just double the number that it gives you. So let me set it to the tempo that it gave, 92. 1. Yep, 92. Realign it with the grid. Okay, and that is correct. It's not doing the dit, 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 which is what I was listening to. So I'm gonna double that tempo to 184. Yeah. And one other thing. Okay, that's better. But I don't know if anyone else is hearing the one. Okay, I'll turn off the metronome. But the 1 2 3, yeah, the 1 2 3 step beat thing that is occurring. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. It's not for measurement music. Yeah. And this is rare, but when it does happen, when you definitely hear the dit 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 dit, the waltz step, which is what I think it's also called, you just go down to project general settings and change the 4 to a 3. Make it, yeah, 3 bars, 4 beats. Realign it. You'll have to realign it every time there's a change. Okay, that's the correct tempo and the time signature. So once you have all of that done, then you can import the on vocal. I wouldn't do any of this with the on vocal, because the vocals can give you an incorrect tempo even in like Mixmeister. It can off throw you when trying to work out the tempo. The tempo is the same tempo with the off vocal, except there's less to focus on, which is, yeah, makes things easier. So yeah, I'd import the on vocal, line it up with the off, because the off is correctly lined up. I'll turn it down too. And then we can actually start making the MIDI itself. You click the button here, go to pattern 1, stretch it out. Make sure not to do this. You're just getting the a tiny section of and it'll repeat over and over again. So it has to be one of them, and you have to drag it across the entire length of the song. Like this. And then you have to, what is this, the step sequence sizer? Go to all, delete all of these off because you don't need any of these, and replace with 3x OSC, or you can insert another one. It doesn't matter which method you do. I'll rename this to the main, because that's what this is going to be. It's going to be the main MIDI. And just go to piano roll after you've done all of that. Oh gosh, what did I just click? I like using yellow. It's a more attractive color than the green it gives. And as you can see, once I put a note down, okay, I'll zoom in so you can see it a little better. Once a note gets put down, that's how it, yeah, basically you're making the MIDI alongside the song, as I've said in the previous video. So yeah, I'll be muting my mic and working on the MIDI, and hopefully it'll make enough sense just you watching me. It's kind of a thing that you need to both practice at, and yeah, hopefully showing my process will teach you something. One thing that I would like to note is that you'll be noticing that I'll be, keep a track of where I'm putting the notes on the grid itself. The notes will almost always be even in the amount of squares that they take up, and yeah, they'll be fitted very solidly to this grid. There'll be none of this, there'll be none of this, yeah. So yeah, I hope that you can learn something from a Midi-ing process. I'll maybe talk a bit more of it after I've finished. Okay, I just wanted to quickly unmute and say that I'm, Control C, Control V, and then dragging. Because yeah, it's not something I can show on screen. And just right click on a note to get rid of it, left click to edit. Yeah. sometimes if you're not completely certain on a pattern, if you can hear it in your head, if you like, I'm not gonna try and sing this, but I can hear this pattern in my head, and if I just want to listen to the MIDI on its own without the backtracking, you can click this small button here, the pattern, and you can just listen to the MIDI on its own, and that can help you work out yeah, the correct timing to notes that are, especially if they're all at the same pitch, and that can be a little confusing, and you'll sometimes just have to hear the rhythm of them. Okay, it's also perfectly fine to realize you made mistakes. And okay, so I'm pretty sure this note might actually be longer than I put it. In all instances I've used it. Let me check. Okay, so it's very important to if you hear that it's off, and if there's like a different instance and you hear it and you're like, oh wait, hang on, go back and check and go back and fix it. Okay, so where else have I used it? Because usually it won't be like the same, like if it's in the same pattern, usually it'll be the same length. There will be variations, of course, as you've seen like here. But yeah, double check note length if you've made a correction later on. Yeah. Okay, and that seems to be the entire song done. I don't think there's, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's any mistakes in that. I might have another look over. But, yeah, so that's basically how I go about Midi-ing. It's listening by ear and just putting down the notes. And there's sometimes in the song, yeah, where it does get pretty tricky and I'm not quite sure what it is. So it takes a lot of note placement and a lot of, okay, what is it? I used to spend a lot more time doing that, but as with all the practice I've gotten in, it does get easier. And now I think I'm roughly at a level where it's pretty easy for me to MIDI. One other thing I would like to mention really quickly is that if you're having trouble with the speed of the song, this wasn't a very fast song, so I didn't need to use it at all, but there is the half speed option, which you can get under the tempo settings, and that it's kind of amusing to listen to, but it slows down the rate of the song by half and makes it easier to, I guess it would be between like finding the difference, like, okay, so a note this length would sound like this in half speed. So let me just quickly play you this in. I think it's at half speed now. Yep. So yeah, it's useful for the extremely fast songs. Let me just save this. I did have a backup project, but I don't think I've got any ridiculously quick songs with me. Oh wait, yes I do. Hold on. Let me load this up for you and let you listen to some. Damn it. Okay, no, the main is still. No, it's not. Okay, hold on. No. I will quickly show you a good example of what the half speed is useful for. Oh gosh, I have so many whips. Put this in here, and it said O2 I think as well. Okay, it's one of these. It's probably the MP3. Let me reload the project. Okay, yep, that's everything loaded. Okay. This is a Gigapie song. I'm not sure of the English name, but as some of it is still off. But very useful half speed for this. If you listen. And it's much easier to pick the notes out, because it's all at the same pitch. You don't have to worry about that. Half speed doesn't change the pitch at all. It still sounds the same. Much easier to figure out with that slow do 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 than. Although yeah, Gigapie's Talkloid is a lot. It's one of the nicer Talkloids. But I think that's about it as far as MIDI-ing. Oh wait, exportation. Gosh. Okay. So once you have your MIDI finished, you can't just go file, export, MIDI. Let me do this, and it will not work. It'll give me this warning, and you very much pay attention to this warning, okay? You gotta go to macros, and prepare for MIDI export. This changes all of the tracks, the MIDI tracks, to where they don't actually play, yeah. To undo this, it says you can't undo, but you just go replace 3XOC, and it will go back to noise. So yeah, you go tools, macros, prepare for MIDI export, make sure it's not a 3XOSC that you can listen to, and then go file, export, MIDI file. I will cover importing it into the UTAU program in the next tutorial, and yeah, okay, that definitely does me, because now you have a finished MIDI. I like to do harmonies after I've finished making the main of the UST, because there may very well be like I might have with the lyrics I might have missed something. I might have where I've only got one MIDI note, it might have to be two. Like let's say if the ending to a word were like if it was nigh, and I'd only MIDI'd in the na, I'd have to shorten that and change it. And to MIDI the harmonies faster, it's much easier just to copy the main track, and I don't want to have to edit the main track as well. So if I re-import the MIDI after it is a UST, it makes things a lot simpler. So that about does the MIDI tutorial. I hope that you learned something from it, and any questions, feel free to ask me. I will answer. You might have to ask me on Twitter or something, because yeah, as I've said before, YouTube does not like me right now. Thank you for listening, and yeah, so I'll be doing more tutorials in the future, hopefully. Okay, now how do I